So, does anyone have any aches or sorenesses I should be aware of today? No? Okay.
I feel like I'm getting shorter.
All right. Well, we're going to get you taller then. So today we're going to be working out primarily a lower body emphasis workout, but we'll have substitutions for the upper body when appropriate. So, warm up, practice, go through our circuit, 5 exercises, squat jumps, subbing plyo push-ups for those, side planks, lateral hops, subbing up chops for those, front planks, Plyo Bridges, subbing elbow ups for those. Seated athletes who feel comfortable working out on the ground can do this entire workout on the ground. So that is an option. You can also do the entire workout seated as well. We're going to do 4 rounds, 1 minute per exercise, rest for a minute. We're going to finish up with our stretch session. All right. Any questions on the format of today's class? All right. Well, let's get to it then. If you're going to be working out primarily in standing, start in standing. You're going to be working on sitting, start in sitting. And let's get warmed up. So, let's start by gently tilting your head to the side. Try to touch your right ear to your right shoulder. And tilt your head the other way. So your left ear is trying to touch your left shoulder. Get a little stretch each way. Gently taking your head and neck through this range of motion sideways. And then start to incorporate some head turns, gently turning your head and neck as far as you can to the right, looking over your shoulder, and to the left, looking over your shoulder, going back and forth. Practice some smooth breaths. Good, and roll your head around in a circle, rolling counterclockwise, rolling your right from your right shoulder to your left shoulder. Big arcing motion, stretching your head and neck, and all those little nooks and crannies. And then reverse your neck roll, going the other way. Remember to concentrate on easy breaths. All right, next we're going to start to incorporate some arm circles, taking your hands down to the ground, reaching around, up to the left, big arcing motions, reaching up to the ceiling, and then down on the right side, arching down, squatting down, keep your back flat as best you can. If you're doing this in standing, you're going to do a little squat as your hands come down to the ground. Open up your fingers wide, take up that space, be aware of your surroundings, and reverse your circle. So now coming up the left side, or the right side and around, down the left side. Reaching through those fingertips. Good. And then next we're going to start up tall, swing your arms back and forth across your body. Starting to get a gentle twist through your spine. If you're doing this in standing, you'll be shifting your weight from one foot to the other. Good. And then start to take this into a little golf swing. A little bit more vigorous motion, gentle. If you're seated, you're just going to hinge forward. Good. Standing athletes are going to do a standing leg swing. So stand up on one leg, swing back and forth. You use your hand support if you need. Seated athletes can do an arm swing, alternating the reach. Reaching through your fingertips, have one arm in front, reaching as far as you can to the front, the other hand reaching as far as you can to the back. Good. Standing athletes are swinging your legs, Switch sides. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings. Don't kick anything. There we go. Keep your chest up. Good. Standing athletes, we're now going to switch over to a cross-body leg swing. Use some hand support if you need. Seated athletes, we're going to go into some crouched reaches. You're going to crouch down, reach out to the side, crouch back down, and then reach to the other side. There you go. Reach and extend out. Challenge your balance a little bit. Standing athletes, switch your legs. So if you're swinging your left leg, now you're swinging your right leg. Do something for balance if you need. If not, your arm should swing opposite your swing leg. Good. Next, we're going to go into some jumping jacks. Hopping in place. Arms come up overhead, feet apart and then together. If bringing your arms up overhead doesn't feel good, then simply bring them up shoulder height. And back down. If the hopping doesn't feel good, skip the hopping as you add the arm motion. Bring arms up overhead and then quickly back down the side. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to be split jacks. Arms come across horizontally. Hopping in place. One foot in front of the other in a split stance, alternating the front foot out. You're hopping. Make sure as you're swinging your arms across your body, you're alternating the top arm. If the hopping doesn't feel good, you can pretty simply do the back slappers. There we go. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. How are we feeling after that warm up? Good. Heart rate's up a bit. Perfect. All right, so let's get into our practice round. So first up is going to be the squat jump for standing athletes. Seated athletes will be doing plyo push-ups. So for the squat jump, the simple movement is squatting down, jumping up from the squat. Now, you can add load to that. So here I have a backpack full of weights that you can potentially hold in the front as you do your squat jump if you feel like you need an added load. Make sure you keep your chest up though. Don't allow yourself to punch forward. If you need a little bit of balance assist for the jumping, you can hold on to something, squat down, jump up. Make sure whatever you're holding on to is really sturdy. So if you're squatting down, jumping up, this thing should not move very much. If you need a little bit of safety or assurance behind you, you can always put a chair behind you. Squat down to the chair and jump out of the chair. If the jumping is too intense for you, then we can break down the squat jump into its components, a squat and a heel raise. So that simply is squatting down and doing a heel raise up on your toes. Squat down, come up on your toes. You can do that with weights. You can do that hands supported and with the chair behind you. All right, so those are squat jump variations. For our seated athletes, we're going to be doing push-ups. You're going to do your push-up variations. You're going to pick the variation that works for you, whether that be in a full push-up position on hands and feet, on your knees, on your hips, or on a bolster. So you can put that bolster into your body, adjust the position for whatever works best for you. And then from here, you're going to push up, get your hands off the ground. Doing whatever variation you need. For seated athletes who don't feel comfortable getting out of the chair today, you can simply roll up to a stable surface, push your hands on a stable surface, lean forward, and then push yourself up off the surface quickly. And if you need a little bit more challenge, you can push up through your lap. Going down, pick yourself off your lap. All right. Any questions on the jump squats or the push-up variations today? We good? All right. Bonnie, I'm excited to see your jump squats. All right, let's get to it. Next up, side planks. So from here, if you feel comfortable transferring to the ground, we're gonna get down onto the ground. We're gonna perform side plank variation. Just gonna hold it here for 30 seconds on each side. So we can go from a full side plank variation on forearm and feet. You can go onto your knees and forearm. You can go onto your hips and forearm. Make sure that you're always pushing strong through your stance arm. Don't let yourself sag into that arm. We're not leaning into your arm. You are supporting yourself with that arm, engaging the muscles of your shoulder blade and your core. Put yourself in place. You can additionally put a bolster underneath you if you need that variation. You can also perform this in standing, leaning up against a stable surface or against a wall. And a similar variation will work for our seated athletes who want to stay in their chair today, leaning to the side. And then just figure out where your optimal end of your base of support is, and then hold yourself steady there. Do not fall over. All right, any questions on side planks? Good? All right, let's keep going. Next up are the lateral hops and for our standing athletes and up chops for our seated athletes. So lateral hops, in standing, you're simply gonna stand on one foot and then hop the other foot. If you only have one foot, then simply hop from side to side. If you need a little bit of balance assist, then hold on to a stable surface, hop from one foot to the other, or one foot to the other, going back and forth. And then for our athletes who still want to work the leg, but maybe don't feel comfortable with the hopping part, what you can do is incorporate a side step lunge. Side step up, side step up. And you can do that with some hand support as well. Side step up, side step up, in replacement of those lateral hops. All right, for our seated athletes, we're gonna be doing the up chop. So this is where you're gonna need your backpack full of weight. For our seated athletes who feel comfortable working out entirely on the ground today, you can. And to perform this, you would do this in either long sit or cross leg sit, whichever feels more comfortable and supportive to you. You take your weight and then pick it up from, say, your left hip and pick it up overhead to the right in that upward chop motion. We'll do 30 seconds here and then switch sides. Good. For the seated athletes who want to stay in the chair, simply in your chair, pick it up from right to left, and then left to right, and then right to left as we switch. All right. Any questions on up chops or lateral hops? Good. All right. Let's keep going. Next up is going to be the front plank. So taking that side plank and just flip it over to the front. Again, taking whatever variation you need, whether that be the full front plank on forearms and feet, holding and breathing here. You can go onto your knees, you can go onto your hips, and make sure you're pushing strong through your shoulders. You can use a bolster underneath your torso like we demonstrated before. If you don't feel comfortable getting down to the ground, you can always lean up against a solid surface. And breathe here. And then the same thing goes for our seated athletes. Stay in the chair. Figure out where the edge of your base of support is and support yourself in that position. And breathe under control. Staying engaged through your forearms. Make sure you're constantly pressing yourself away from the surface that you're on. All right. So far, so good. All right, we got one more thing to cover. And that's going to be the Plyo Bridges and the elbow ups for seated athletes. So, Plyo Bridges, we're going to be doing bridge variations, but getting your feet off the ground. So, you can do this in double leg, where you bridge up, but then get your feet up off the ground. We can do this single leg, alternating the leg that you're using. And then for our seated athletes, we're going to be doing an elbow up. So lying with your legs flat, take your elbows, push them down into the floor as you're lying on your back. Press yourself up off the floor, looking up at the ceiling, hold for a breath, and then lower down. Now, key things here, keep your head back. Don't let your head pop forward. So at the beginning, you're going to notice your head's on the floor. Keep that same orientation with your spine. As you lift up, you should feel your upper back and your abdominal muscles working for this. You can also work single arm elbow up variations, where you push up through one elbow and then reach up with the other hand. These are hard. So if you do these ones, you get massive kudos. Whoa. You get kudos for doing the other ones too. All right, and then the last variation are going to be the elbow ups in the chair. You scoot forward in your chair, off your back resting, back, hands by your hips, and then from here, pin your elbows together in the back to lift your chest up off your backrest or the wall, and then lower down. All right. Any questions? All right. Who's ready to work out right now?
Me.
All right.
I am.
Ian's ready to rock and roll.
Is there a new person in here? I'm kind of curious.
No, everyone's been here before. I just know just some people have taken a little break for a while.
Oh, I was like, because I saw a picture and I was like, wait, she looks new.
Mm-hmm. No, she's been here before.
Okay.
Good to have you back, Azza. All right, let's get started. So, get set up for your squat jumps or your plyo push-ups, and let's get ready. I'm gonna pull up my stopwatch, and let's get ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Work your squat jumps. And you can work the actual squat jump. You can do a squat to heel raise. Use hand support if you need. Put a chair behind you if you need that support. Doing the plyo push-ups. Take whatever variation you need to. Lower down. Get your hands off the ground. Working steady rhythm. I want clean, crisp movements over lots of movements. So make sure that you are moving quickly. Quickness is the intention here. If that means you need to take little pauses between repetitions, that is totally fine. So take your time with them, make sure you do them well, and once you're doing them well, then do lots. All right, you got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Side planks. All right, transition to whatever variation of the side plank you're going to be doing today. So whether that be a full side plank, knee side plank, hip side plank up against an elevated surface, or side plank from a chair on an elevated surface. Make sure you stay engaged through your stance arm. Keep the shoulder muscles of your shoulder blade engaged. Core should be engaged. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Transition to the other side. All right. Again, take whatever variation you need to. Full side plank, knee side plank, hip side plank, all the side plank variations. And breathe. Work on rolling your top shoulder back, pushing your hips forward. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going into lateral hops and plyo up chops. So lateral hops, hopping side to side, plyo up, and then up chops. You can do this in long sit if you're comfortable, and then pick it up from left to right overhead. Going back forward. There we go. Working that one side for now. If you're doing the lateral hops, working on alternating sides. If you're doing the up chops, switch sides. All right. If you're doing the lateral hops, keep going. There we go. Keep it up, you guys. I like what I'm seeing. Steady movement, clean rhythms. That's what I want to see. Make sure you stick your landings. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, front planks. So transition to your front plank variation. Again, you could be doing this in the standard front plank on forearms and toes. You go down to your knees, hold here, keep your spine neutral. Go up to or your pelvis, hold here. Make sure you're really engaged through your forearms. You're doing this up against an elevated surface, or a wall, or in a chair up against that elevated surface. Challenge your base of support. There we go. All right, keep breathing. Work on breathing while maintaining tension in your abdominals. That's it, you guys. Keep it up. We got less than 10 seconds left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Plyo bridges and or elbow ups. So setting up on the ground on your back, doing either a double leg plyo bridge, get your hips and your feet off the ground. Doing that double leg or single leg, alternating legs. We can also work our elbow ups, pushing both arms down into the ground. Get that lift of your head and shoulders off the floor, hold for a breath, and then lower back down. If you're doing the elbow up variation, make sure you prevent your head from poking forward. No turtlenecking here. Keep your head turned back and hold. Maybe even try that single arm reach. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. There we go. Keep it up, you guys. Almost there. We got less than 10 seconds left. Keep breathing. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, take a rest break. How are we doing, y'all? All right, Ian, how is that?
Low-key lightweight.
Low-key lightweight? Oh man, yeah. Step it up. What's lightweight about it?
I don't know. I don't know. It feels light.
All right.
Maybe because I haven't done it for so long.
You're sandbagging then.
I guess.
All right. Jump higher, jump further on the hot. All right. Good. Does anyone need any modifications to any of the exercises? Does anyone need any extra time during transitions? Nope. All right. So we're doing good. So let's get ready for our second round. We're getting started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's work those squat jumps or plyo push-ups, whichever variation you're choosing to do today. All right, working that squat jump. With or without hand support, make sure you keep your chest up as best you can. Drive strong through your legs. Working our plyo push-up variations on knees or on pelvis. Make sure as you're doing those plyo push-ups, you keep your elbows pretty close in. Don't let your elbows flare out past 45 degrees from your midline. All right. That's it, you guys. Keep breathing. Steady rhythm. Good. Less than 10 seconds. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The side plank variations. All right. So take whatever variation you need to for today, whether that be the full knee, hip, up on an elevated surface, in the chair, and breathe here. Work on rolling your top shoulder back, pushing your hips forward. Keep everything nice and engaged in that spine neutral. That's it, you guys. Keep pressing yourself away from the floor. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right. Flip on over. And then once you're in position, Get yourself up and hold. Breathe, smooth and under control. That's it. Roll your top shoulder back. Push your hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lateral hops or up chops. There you go. You're doing those up chops. Work from one side to the other, lifting diagonal. Doing this in long sit, cross leg sit, or sitting in a chair. If you do lateral hops, work on jumping as far as you can, under control. Working these hops, stick your landing. That's it. If you're doing the up chops, switch sides. That's it. Keep going if you're doing the lateral hops. Remember, if you're doing the hopping variations but without the jump, you're doing a side step, lunge down and up, side step, lunge up, working it side to side. Woo! Make sure you catch your balance. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front planks. Transition to whatever variation works well for you. And breathe. That's it. Slow down your breathing. Keep everything under control. Keep pressing yourself away from the floor to activate your shoulders and your core a little bit more. Make sure you avoid getting lazy and floppy through your core. Keep it tight, but still maintain your breathing. That's it, you guys. Keep going. Right on. We got less than 20 seconds left. Actually, 15 seconds left. Keep it up. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take another rest break. Whew.
Forgot Plyo Bridges, buddy.
Oh, Plyo Bridges. Ah, good catch. Thank you, Summer. Plyo Bridges. All right, so flip over, Plyo Bridges or elbow ups. My bad on that one. I just wanted to rest, didn't I? Woo. So work your Plyo Bridges. Get your hips and your feet off the ground. Working alternating if you're doing a single leg. Elbow up variations. Press up. Hold for a breath. And lower down. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Steady breaths. There you go. Keep it up. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, this time for real, get a rest break. You know what I really love is when my own students call me out when I make errors and they want to do more exercise. I love it. All right, so let's slow down your breathing. Get some water if you have it close by. Stay hydrated. Focus on easy inhales and exhales. All right. We got about 15 seconds left of this rest break. So take a few more easy breaths, one more swig of water, and let's get back into it. Get in position for your plyo push-ups or your squat jumps, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Work on getting low and popping up. And that applies for both the squat jump. Combine push-up, squat. This is called burpee. Keep it going. Keep breathing. You don't need to do a burpee today. Work the squat jumps or the plyo push-up. Steady, smooth, controlled motion. it, you guys. Keep breathing. Maintain that steady rhythm. Get high up off the ground as best you can. You got 10 seconds left. Get a few more reps, but make them good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right, side planks. Transition to the ground or against the table, and then lift up in the position that works best for you. There we go. Stay strong through your stance arm. Keep pushing yourself away from the ground. Roll your top shoulder back. Push your hips forward. Make your abdominals work for you. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Woo. All right. Flip on over. Get in position and pop on up. And breathe. There we go. Roll your top shoulder back. Push your hips forward. Stack everything in line with gravity. And breathe. Breathing under tension. That's it, you guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lateral hops and up chops. All right. Take whatever variation you need to. Make sure you adjust the weights accordingly. You want to make sure that you can still perform the movements well. Working your up chops. On one side for now. Working your lateral hops. Hop variations. Whether you be doing the actual lateral hops or the side lunges, lateral lunges. There you go. Work it side to side. Switch sides for the up chops. There we go. Good job, you guys. Keep it going. That's it. Good work, you guys. We got 10 seconds left. Keep breathing. Work that steady motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Front planks. All right. Get in position and hold. All right. Keep your hips down. Avoid popping your hips up. And also avoid overarching your spine if you can. Try to keep things as best as you can in neutral. If it is impossible for you to maintain neutral, do the best you can to get to that position. There we go. Maintain your breathing. Push strong through your forearms. That's it, you guys. Keep it going. Steady breaths. Maintaining that core tension. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Switch over to your bridges and elbow ups. I won't forget a second time. All right. Let's get in position and work your bridges. Maybe double leg, maybe single leg. Or working elbow up variations. Double arm or single arm. Keep it up. Keep breathing. Work a steady, controlled motion, whichever version you choose to do for this workout. Make sure you do it well and then do it a lot. All right. Working on getting yourself up, elevated off the ground, whether that be in the bridge variation or the elbow up. There we go. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Take another rest break. Woo-wee. I see people working hard. I like it. All right. So how are people doing? We finished 3 rounds at this point.
I'm okay, but it's a lot of work for me.
Okay. Good. I'm okay with
But it's good.
As long as you're still feeling good about yourself, you're doing great.
Yes.
Make sure you're monitoring how much juice you have left in the tank for our fourth and final round here. So again, pay very close attention to how your body feels, how your body's moving. If you're noticing something doesn't quite feel right, or you're not moving well, take a regression of your exercise or slow yourself down. Make sure that you move well before you move a lot. All right. So with that said, let's get started with our fourth and final round here in 5, 4,
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Ian,
Finish that.
finish. All right, let's go.
Final round.
Final round.
I love saying that. So
Let's work your squat jumps or plyo push-ups, whichever variation you're choosing. Get to it. Work on keeping your chest up and wide. Smooth, controlled motion. Whether that be with support, without support. Work on good motions. If you're doing the push-up, make sure your elbows are not flaring out past 45 degrees. There we go. Keep it up, you guys. Steady motion. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side planks. Let's go. Get in position and then hold. Roll your top shoulder back. Push your hips forward. Stack everything against gravity as best you can. And get your abdominals working, these obliques. Get your scapular muscles engaged. Woo. Work your diaphragm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. All right. Flip it over. Get in position and lift up once you're ready. Push your hips forward, roll your top shoulder back. And breathe. Work those obliques on the other side. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Lateral plyo hops or up chops. Working whatever variation you're doing. If you're doing those lateral hops, jump up as far as you can under control. Try to stick your landings. Work that ankle stability. All right. If you're choosing not to hop, you're simply doing the lunges from one side to the other. If you're doing the up chops, switch sides. All right. So if you're chopping from left to right, chop from right to left. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep breathing. Maintain that steady breath. Good form. Make sure it feels good. All right, you guys, keep it up. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Front planks. Take whatever variation of the front plank you're doing, and then hold. Keep your hips in neutral as best as you can. Avoid popping them up. Avoid letting them sag. Do everything you can to get into spine neutral. That's it. Keep pushing strong through your forearms. Take breaks if you need. Practice your breathing. Good use of the bolster. I like it. Excellent work, you guys. Stay with it. Keep breathing. Keep pushing through your forearms. Lift yourself up off the ground. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to bridges or elbow ups. All right. And get to it. Once you're in position, working on elevating yourself off the ground. If you're in the bridges, get your feet and hips off the ground. In the double leg or single leg variation. Or work your elbow ups. Push through your elbows. Lift up, hold for breath. Back down. Double arm, and maybe single arm if you really got some juice in the tank there. Hold for a full breath. That's it. Come on, you guys. Keep breathing. Keep working. Work your hips, work your core. Almost there, you guys. 10 seconds left. Home stretch. Get a few more reps in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Good job, you guys. All right. How are we doing?
Fabulous.
Ian's fabulous. All right. Ian, were you able to step it up, the intensity during the latter rounds?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. It wasn't too easy?
No.
Okay, good. All right, good. So take some time, catch your breath, get some water, cool things off a little bit before we get into our stretch sesh. For the stretch session, you'll be able to perform it completely seated if you want to take that option. Otherwise, we'll be transitioning through the different poses. All right. So.
Can you believe it's already dark?
Yeah, you know what? We're getting into winter, man.
Daylight savings.
Daylight savings. All right. So let's stretch. So if you're going to be stretching in your chair, we're going to do a cat-cow variation, hands on knees. You're going to push yourself into the cow pose first. You're going to push your belly forward, roll your shoulders back, look up at the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Push your spine toward your backrest. Look down at your belly button. Exhale. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. On the ground, on hands and knees, you can do the traditional cat-cow. Inhale to cow. Pushing your belly button down to the ground, looking up at the ceiling, wide shoulders. Inhale. Exhale to cat. Pushing your spine up towards the ceiling, look at your belly button. And then alternating. There you go. Flow between the different positions, wiggle out your spine. There we go. Take a few more repetitions through. Really stretch it out as best you can. There we go. And next, we're going to roll over. For a seated athlete, you're going to do a posterior cuff stretch. Take your right arm, reach it across your body, cradle it with your left hand, grabbing with your left hand at the elbow, and gently pulling cross body. For our standing athletes, you're going to lie on your back or in a chair, grab your right knee, pull it to your chest, and let it go. Pull to your chest, and let it go. Work on these gentle oscillations in and out of the stretch. So if you're doing the posterior cuff stretch, you should feel that in the back of your shoulder. If you're doing the knee hug, you should feel this in your glute. Nice, easeful stretch. And then switch sides. So if you're doing the knee hug, you're taking your left knee, pulling it to your chest. If you only have one leg to hug, you can keep hugging the one you were hugging. And then if you're doing the posterior cuff stretch, switch sides. Now take your left arm, bring it across your body, cradle it with your right arm, and then grab hold of your left elbow with your right hand. Gently pull across body. Easeful stretching. Take a couple more reps. Next is going to be a tricep bicep flow. Reach your right hand behind your head like you're trying to scratch your back. And then give yourself a little overpressure with your left hand. Tricep stretch. And flow, reaching your hand behind you, palm down to the ground, bicep stretch. And then flow between the two positions, tricep and bicep stretch. Good. And then switch sides. Reach your left hand behind your head, scratch your back. Give yourself that overpressure with the right hand. Tricep stretch. And then reach your left hand behind you, palm down to the ground, bicep stretch. Flow between these two positions. Good. Next, for our seated athletes, we're going to do a wrist flexor stretch. You're going to grab hold your hands at your fingertips and pull back. Gently pull your fingers towards your face. And then for our standing athletes, you can take the option for a calf stretch, stepping your right foot behind you, stretching out your calf. Gently do a little heel raise and then lower down back into the calf raise. Actively stretching. And then switch sides. So if you're stretching your right forearm, now stretch your left forearm. Work on getting this stretch through these wrist flexors. These are muscles that oftentimes get tight if we're typing on a computer or using a mouse all day. If you're doing the calf stretch, now we're stretching the left leg, so left leg and back. Get that gentle stretch. There you go. Ease out of that stretch. And then let's finish off with a little cactus. And if you can take the option for kneeling, you can do this with a hip flexor stretch. So with your left knee down, right leg up, we're stretching the left hip flexor. If not, don't worry about it. We're going to go into the cactus pose. Start with your hands and elbows together, elbows bent at 90 degrees. Inhale, open the cactus. Exhale, reach up overhead, touch your thumbs. Inhale, back to cactus. Exhale, close. Flow through this cactus pose. Good. If you're taking the half kneel variation, switch your legs. Keep flowing through your cactus. There we go. Take a few more flows through. And then relax. Let everything fall down to your side. Shake things out. Good job, you guys. How was that workout?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. All right. What was hard about today's workout? What challenged you?
The plyo push-ups.
Plyo push-ups, as per usual. Okay.
Trying to do the cup stretch on the ground was kind of hard.
Uh-huh.
You tried it a different way. I tried it laying down, see how
All right. Yeah, that's a good
it
variation.
works. It was a lot harder.
Squats.
Yeah, the squats were pretty hard.
Bonnie, how were your squats today? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I like it like that. The almost everything was super hard for me because I don't use my lower body that much, and it's new for me to be exercising. I would say the hardest thing for me still is the plank on the elbows. I don't know why that's so much harder for me than the straight arm.
Sometimes the straight arm's better.
Yeah. Well, I did it on the elbows, and I found that the low back muscles on the side that still has a sound leg were kind of cramping up, which is why I pulled the bolster in under the residual limb, so I had something to push into on that side, and that really helped a lot. So
you're supposed to do.
I didn't know that. So I had everything sort of transferred over onto that side, so it feels a little tight on that side. And I side planked mostly from the hip, and I felt strong lifting out of it, but I can only lift off the floor when my sound leg is down.
Yeah.
I can't seem to.
You only have that leg, you're naturally going to rotate out of it. And so it takes a while to train yourself to be able to force the other hip down to keep yourself level. It's definitely doable. It just takes time to develop that strength.
Yeah, I'd like to work on that.
Use it or lose it machine, but you can also use it and improve it. All right, very good.
3 cheers for that. Thank you.
All right, you guys did a great job today. Looking forward to having you guys on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you then. Take care.
Ready.
Thank you, Brent.
Bye.
Thank you.